Your son or daughter has brought their new partner to dinner. What can you say to make this dinner as awkward as possible? You've got to be subtle about it. Too obvious, and they'll realize you're just fucking with them and laugh it off. You've got to go for the deep existential dread. Ask them questions, and whatever they answer, look slightly concerned and say Occasionally pull out a small notebook and write down what they just said. Ask them to repeat it to make sure you get it perfectly. Laugh out loud at things that obviously aren't intended as jokes. When no one else laughs, make them explain the not a joke to the rest of the table. Constantly ask them the same question several times during the night, to implant the idea that you might have some sort of dementia, which, of course, they're not going to be in any position to directly ask you about. Get their name right, but your child's name wrong. Take one look at the new partner, mutter "damn it" to yourself, and then hand over a $10 bill to your partner as though you just lost a bet. Lol, get their name right but your kid's wrong. Glad you're dating my Dave. I mean Stacy. Sharon? My daughter. The one without the massive cock. Whisper to her several times this shit is going to cost you extra. If you can get your wife in on it, have an alarm go off and say guild break and you both just leave the table and go outside and pull drinks from a preset cooler and sit in some pre-set up chairs. Pretend you're actors. My dad does this to me every time I have a friend over. Thank them for the massive cock? Which one are you again? The one from school, the one from job, or the one from the party? If we're being efficient, a simple "I prefer the redhead/brunette/blonde" would work. I prefer the redhead. So say we all. So say we all. You could do what my dad did to my sister at Thanksgiving several years ago and imply that her partner had a small dick because they were having a girl. We were all too stunned to say anything and my mom filled in the silence by asking, would anyone like some pumpkin pie? Wouldn't that imply that your dad has a small dick too, since your parents had your sister? Gate was his confession. My Down syndrome sister used to ask every female friend, so when are you two getting married? Or are you guys going to have kids? I never warned them this would happen because the reactions were always hilarious. God, I love my sister. My nephew did this to me after my girlfriend at the time moved in. Your sister is amazing. Mine has autism and has some awesomely cringy one-liners. I can always count on her to break the ice. Hell yeah. I meet all kinds of different people with all kinds of different disabilities through her and they are all absolute riots of people. So interesting and intelligent in their own ways. They are always the absolute kindest people as well. Surely less handsome than the last one, but I guess rebounds don't necessarily need to be handsome. I'm scared my dad is gonna see this, but I didn't have a girlfriend before the one I have now, so that wouldn't stop my dad. Every time they do anything, just pull out a checklist and say or suck air in through your teeth. Just stare at them. Don't say anything. Make sure to maintain eye contact. Also eat meanwhile. Freaks me out every time. Oh no. Did he recognize me from Grindr? No, even worse, kindergarten. Are you still a virgin? My girlfriend's grandmother did ask me this the first night I met her. Are you a virgin? Because if you were I would hop all over that. Points at granddaughter. Granny gives no fucks. Also, happy cake day. She's all out of fucks. Apparently her granddaughter still has some to give though. My dad used to say, "Oh, and what's your name?" He has so many I am never up to date. They laughed it off, to be fair. Damn. I felt that. I'm not sure how to say this, but that's your brother. Really? I thought it was my cousin. Sweet Home Alabama. I'm not sure how to say this, but that's your brother. Really? I thought it was my cousin. Sweet Home Alabama. Wow. You moved on pretty fast. That's cruel. That is very cruel. And potentially hilarious. So another victim going up on your head wall? Or ask him to pay the bills. Son, would you mind paying for dinner tonight? No, I mean paying me for this food I made. I can't buy a gun cause I'm a felon, but now you're here, you can come with me this afternoon and help me sign some paperwork. Listen, I made that fucking pussy you're blasting off in. The least you can do is help me buy a gun. When's the baby shower? Happy cake day. This would be way more concerning. How does he know my Reddit? What has he seen? So, you guys use condoms? Or going in raw like how me and her, the daughter, used to do? Holy shit. How would you answer? Yeah, we were thinking of condoms, but I have to admit raw is the preferred choice. As for the other part, dear God, I hope you're chuckling while saying that or he might call the cops. I don't have any children. Who the fuck are you guys? After the first course is finished. I'm afraid we haven't been as forthcoming as you might appreciate. You see, this isn't my daughter, she's actually a special agent with the CIA, I'm with Homeland Security, my wife is from Interpol, and brother is from Russian intelligence. I see that you're getting drowsy, not to worry, it's not poison. But when you wake up you'll find that your circumstances have changed for the worse. So perhaps you'd like to take these last few moments to recall the information we need from you, so that it's fresh in your mind when you wake up. Look that young man, my daughter's new partner, directly in the eye, say you knew his mother and that she was the best piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all, then quietly return to your spaghetti bolognese. Edit. Clarification. When I was in college, I took my then boyfriend over my parents' house for one of their parties. We were going to be spending the night. My dad looked at the guy and said, "So you're going to be sleeping with my daughter tonight?" The guy looked at him and said, "As opposed to the fucking I do most other nights." My dad didn't like him. Also, my dad was a police sergeant who tended to work the night shift. One of our favorite games was for me to bring the boyfriend of the month to meet him at the station, and my dad would have the K9 do running practice with the guy. Ah, good times. Your dad deserved that, TBH.